All right, so I am looking at section 10.2, number 7, which is on page 665. So I'm going to go over what I did and what my initial mistake was, which is why I got this problem wrong initially. So the problem asked me to determine the number of vertices and edges and find the in and out degree for each of the vertex for the given directed multigraph. So first I needed to determine the number of vertices. So I understood this part as to be the points on the graph, so that would be A, B, C, and D. So the number of vertices I have is 4. My mistake was the number of edges. I assumed B and C made an edge, these 2 with C and D, so that makes 3, 4, 5, and 6 were my edges. So I initially had 6 edges, and then I reread and understood that this loop also counts as an edge, so I would have 7 edges total. So that was kind of my initial mistake, which then affected my in and out, in degree and out degree vertex. So if we kind of look at those next, my in degree vertex is the number of edges that have the vertex as their terminal vertex. So that is where the line would end. So if we look first at degree, so I'm going to write my degree of vertex over here. So if we look at A first, so my degree in for A is the notation that I'm using. I initially had said 2 because of these arrows here. Those are ending at A. What I had forgotten to understand that since the loop is an edge, it would also be considered part of my in degree vertex. So there are 3 for degree A. So then if I look at degree B, there is 1 arrow going that is ending at B, so that would give me 1. For degree C, my in degree, I have 2 arrows going in to C or ending at C. And then for degree D, I have 1, so my answer there is 1. So really that loop had thrown me for a loop at the beginning. So then if we look at the out degrees, so these are ones that my problem is leaving from that edge. So an out degree of a vertex is the number of edges that have the same vertex as their initial vertex. So where it is leaving, so to speak. So if I look at A again, my degree out for A, I have just that loop is my out, right? None of my other points have an arrow going away from A. They are all terminal to A. So only the loop is considered an out degree. So then if I go to B, I have 1 arrow coming into B, so that was my in degree, but I'm looking for my out degree. So I have 2 here going out degree from B. If I go to C, I have 1 arrow heading away, and then if I look at the degree out for D, I have 1, 2, 3. So after I understood that the loop was part of a degree, that changed my answers obviously, but initially I had left those out, and so I was struggling to understand why my degrees were not matching and why my edges weren't matching the answers in the back of the book. But now I understand, so hopefully that helped.